That was more difficult than I thought. But at least things are on track. Lord Xemnas is nowhere to be seen, so that means the party's already begun, huh?
Yes.
Man, does that Xehanort scare me like nobody's business. The way he can see into minds. And it doesn't help that no one knows what it is that the old man wants. I wonder if even you know what's going on inside your own head.
I will be led wherever it is I am destined to go.
Sounds to me like you don't have a clue of your own.
Every Keyblade master is bequeathed a Keyblade of his very own. With the passing of time, as you can imagine, more and more Keyblades were forged to be handed down. But of all the Keyblades in existence, Master Xehanort's is the most ancient. That is my destiny. But it has yet to become a reality.
Hey, it's okay. This is all connected to the ancient Keyblade War, isn't that right? Whatever. I got my hands full with my own plans. So, which poor soul will it be?
Hello everyone, this is Daughter Darkness, and this is my third and final Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix analysis video. Yes, I know it's a bit late. I'd planned to get this out before the new year, but then, you know, work and all that kind of thing, which is pretty much behind me now. I'll be finishing it off tomorrow, but I have a bit of time for recording now, so that's fine. It meant that the video is done now, and basically I'm going to look at the secret movie of Kingdom Hearts Recoded in 2.5, the one featuring a conversation between Young Xehanort and Braig / Xigbar, one of the two. So yeah, let's get on to it. So basically these two, they're talking, and Braig says that Xemnas has already gone, or it could be Xigbar. I don't know, it could be I think it's the nobodies of the people who end up becoming Organization 13. It's the nobodies of them before they ended up joining Organization 13. So he knows that Xemnas is gone, so already Young Xehanort is going back through time to pick up different versions of Xehanort from the past and get them into his new Organization 13, which Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, went back in time to... Yeah, I'm not going to go into that, it's a long story. But, basically, he asks... Braig asks Young Xehanort if he even knows what's really going on in what is effectively his own head, if he knows what Master Xehanort's plan is. And then Young Xehanort goes into this story about the Keyblades passed through the ages and all that kind of stuff, and that of all of them, the oldest is Master Xehanort, and therefore it's, you know, his destiny to do loads of random stuff. And this is really the bit that I want to focus on. You know, it goes on a bit longer, and Braig asks which one of the, or Xigbar asks which one of the people behind him he wants to take, and Young Xehanort potentially says Syx, but we don't know. However, the cutscene is kind of we're kind of 50-50. It could be the organization members before they became the organization, or it could be the start of Dream Drop Distance when the organization members have come back as real people, and through that, you know, he picks out Xigbar and Syx before, or Braig and Isa before the others wake up, which is why they're not there at the start of Dream Drop Distance. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. The most important thing is this destiny thing. This leads me into kind of a theory, I suppose. People have talked about it that, you know, Xehanort has the Keyblade of the 6th unknown foreteller and that kind of thing. And yes, that is assuming that this is correct, that this theory will take place, and it's basically the idea that Master Xehanort is a descendant of the 6th and unknown foreteller, but not a descendant in terms of like children, in terms of a master to apprentice type thing. So this makes me think about the Kingdom Hearts 3 teaser trailer that came with the 2.5 trailer we got just before E3 2014. And in this trailer, we see a conversation between Young Xehanort and someone who presumably is young Ericus, meaning that the two of them trained together when they were younger. And Xehanort asks Ericus if he knows about the Keyblade War, and Ericus is like, yeah, I do. The Master talks about it all the time. But then Xehanort says about the Lost Masters, and Ericus doesn't know what he's talking about, and he asks him where it comes from. And then Xehanort says, like, on that land shall light expire and darkness triumph, or something along those lines. But the thing is, I'm thinking that either that Master Xehanort's Keyblade, if we think back to Birth by Sleep and the Master Keeper, Master Ericus passes that down to Aqua. He passes that down to Aqua when he dies. It is the thing, the Keyblade, which passes down from generation to generation, master to apprentice, when they become a master. And what I'm thinking here is that there's a similar situation with Xehanort. That Xehanort, his Keyblade comes from his master, and his master, and his master, going right up to the 6th foreteller. Which is why, but perhaps he and Ericus shared a master, who maybe was the descendant of two, and he would inherited both Xehanort's Keyblade, or what would become Xehanort's Keyblade, and the Master Keeper, for whatever reason. And then he gave the Master Keeper to Ericus, and then Ericus ended up giving it to Aqua, having become a master himself. But to Xehanort, he chose as his like true apprentice to take on the roots of the 6th foreteller. And he gives him the foreteller's Keyblade and tells him the story of the foretellers, the Lost Masters. And this is why Xehanort knows about the Lost Masters, but Ericus does not. Both of them are believing that they are kind of, I don't know, the superior apprentice, I suppose, the one who's going to take up the Master's crown when he dies or whatever. And Master Xehanort is the one who he's told the true secrets to. The secrets that he and the Keyblade are descended from the 6th foreteller, from the Keyblade War. And Xehanort is not a foreteller, as some people say. He's not like a reincarnation of one, but instead his Keyblade comes from them, and it's passed down master to apprentice, and Xehanort's master passed the Keyblade down onto him, along with the stories of the Keyblade War. Now there is another possibility, which is that someone else found Xehanort and passed on the Keyblade, in which case that person could be a potential future enemy in Kingdom Hearts. Maybe Kingdom Hearts 4's enemy, maybe even the Kingdom Hearts 3 enemy, if we defeat Xehanort and then it turns out that the person who gave him this ability to wield this Keyblade, and the one who told him all about the foretellers and stuff, because Xehanort doesn't tell Ericus, who told him that about the Lost Masters, which could mean that his master had told him to keep it to himself, so he didn't want to betray his master in a way, or that he found it from some unknown source who gave him this Keyblade, and through that passed down the legacy of the 6th foreteller. But anyway, that's just my theory. Please tell me what your opinion is on this theory, and if you like this video, then please show that by pressing that like button. Comment below, as I said, your thoughts on this theory, or if you think someone else's theory about this, because pretty much everyone's talked about it. What if you think theirs makes more sense. But if you like this video, then please check out my other videos and subscribe to this channel. And as always, thank you for watching.
One can banish the heart from the body, but the body will try to replace it the first chance it gets.